These are moments when cops walked right into a suspect's trap. Meet Officer Jamal Mitchell, who on May the 30th of 2024 responded to a double shooting on Blaisdell Avenue. When Officer Mitchell arrived to the scene, he found 35-year-old Mustafa Muhammad laying in the street with an injured leg.
12, look, we have at least 2 victims outside at the location, bleeding.
5-12 copy.
Hey, are we up? Hey! Who shot you? Who shot you? Are there victims inside?
If you pay close attention to Mustafa, you can see him suddenly lift what appears to be a gun.
Are there victims inside?
And before Officer Mitchell knew it, Mustafa fired several shots into him at point-blank range, even after he'd fallen to the ground. Less than 5 minutes later, more officers were surrounding Mustafa with their weapons drawn.
Where?
Suspect is a black male wearing a hoodie. And we're getting shot at here. 20 seconds, please.
Where?
Copy. Actively shooting 22nd Blaisdell.
Where? Where's the guy shooting?
That guy, come here! Yeah.
191, 2 blocks out.
He's still moving!
Blue vehicle. Suspect is a black male wearing a white shirt, black hoodie, shirt, and brown shoes. Team Blaisdell information coming from.
He's down!
The suspect would be pronounced dead soon after, and sadly, so was Officer Jamal Mitchell. A subsequent investigation found that the initial 911 call was in reference to 2 people who were shot and killed inside a nearby apartment. Following the shooting, Mustafa reportedly ran outside and tried to steal someone's electric scooter before an SUV saw him and ran him over, likely breaking his leg and rendering him helpless on the ground. These next officers are lucky they didn't suffer the same fate after a violent attack during a traffic stop caught them off guard. On August the 30th of 2021, Officer Brian Potter conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle containing 3 adult occupants and an infant baby in the back seat. The male and female occupants in the front were asked to step out of the car, and did so without any issues. But when 38-year-old Paris Wilder was ordered from the back seat, the encounter takes an unexpected turn.
Yeah, I'll watch it for you. He's all right. I got babies. Oh, you got a dog too? Hell. I'll make sure they're all right. I got babies too, man. Okay.
In the middle of the shootout, Paris' short stock rifle jammed, so he resorted to beating Officer Potter over the head with his gun, creating several large gashes.
10-4 caliber.
1446, comment red, 51 is
Paris would be announced dead on the scene, and Officer Potter was transported to the hospital for treatment. Fortunately, no one else was harmed in the shooting, and it was later found that at the time of the incident, Paris had 2 active felony warrants for his arrest. While Paris might have gotten the drop on one officer, the next suspect managed to ambush 9 of them.
I got the baby! I got the baby!
On February the 11th of 2022, the brother of Shatifa Labali called the police reporting that his sister had been shot by an intruder inside of her home. Shatifa's boyfriend, 36-year-old Morris Jones, was also at the home and could be heard panicking in the background of the call. When police arrived, Morris met them at the front door and hurried them inside.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Who's all in the house?
Huh?
Who's all in the house?
It's me. I've been shot. 999.
A second officer fired back, causing Morris to slam the door shut as more officers gathered on the scene. Morris then went to his garage and attempted to escape by car, but backed directly into a police cruiser that was completely blocking his driveway.
Garage door is opening, guys.
While that was happening, Shatifa's brother was complying with orders to exit the home with Morris and Shatifa's 11-month-old daughter. He was ordered to place the baby on the porch before being taken into custody, and after he was detained, a group of officers approached the house to retrieve the baby. That's when Morris began firing at them once again through the front door.
Hey, come with me. Baby. Door. I got the baby. I'm shot.
At that point, 9 officers had been shot and injured in the fight, and while they were being treated, a special unit arrived to rescue the baby and deal with the suspect.
I need it. Here, baby. Here, baby. Go. Good. First, this is the Phoenix Police SWAT team. We are out here. We are trying to save your life. It is very important that I talk to you right now. This is the number you need to call, the number you need to answer.
After a long pause, special agents entered the home to find Morris dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Shatifa was also deceased, and there's been no evidence to suggest that her brother was involved in the murder. As for the officers, all 9 of them survived and recovered from their injuries. But Morris didn't give officers as much trouble as the next suspect, who evaded police several times before being captured. On March the 29th of 2024, an officer pulled over a Ford Expedition that didn't have license plates. But as the officer approached the front window, the driver, 34-year-old Anthony Wade, made it abundantly clear that he wasn't open for conversation.
Shots fired! Let's go westbound, eastbound! I'm shot. It's just 1050. Where'd he go?
At this point, Anthony had fled the vehicle and broken into an occupied residence. A responding officer was transported to the hospital with a gunshot to the shoulder, while other officers investigated the break-in and searched the area.
He was on the backyard and came inside.
Where is he?
I think he went to the other house.
Police! Put your hands up! Stop! That doesn't look like anyone's in there. Alright, so we have a critical incident that's going on. It's kind of dangerous right now. Did anyone jump inside your yard or backyard?
As the officer was speaking to the resident in the white car, he never noticed that Anthony was sitting right next to him, hiding in the backseat of the silver car to the right.
Where are you headed to? Okay. Let's get this family out of here. And we need them for...
Moments later, officers went to a different house to investigate and made contact with a female occupant, unaware that Anthony was inside of the home.
They go back inside?
Yeah. Hello, please. Get her up! Get her! Get her! Hey, stand up. Are you hurt? Get her up! Get her up! Get her up! Yeah. I got you.
Anthony ran to another house, but the occupant was able to get out before he barricaded himself inside. For the next 5 hours, police tried talking Anthony out of the house, but he refused to exit, so officers made their way into the house through the garage.
We got blood on the fridge.
In the end, Anthony was pronounced dead on the scene from multiple gunshot wounds. If you thought that was a surprise, just wait until you see the next case where officers were sent to serve a felony arrest warrant and one didn't make it out. On September the 20th of 2021, police arrived at an apartment to serve a narcotics arrest warrant on 31-year-old Dion Ledette. Upon knocking, a woman answered the door who was behaving strangely and refusing to answer questions.
Good morning. Hey, we have a warrant for... Ma'am? Where's Dion? Is he awake? Dion, step out here. Yeah, step out here. Okay. Dion, step on out here. You got to take care of some warrants. She looked back there towards the back, so. Dion, it's Houston Police. You need to step out here. Dion, it's Houston Police. Let's do this thing. Whoa.
Hold on. Give me cover. Give me cover. Bill, can you come back?
Officer William Jeffrey had been shot in the chest and was still laying on the suspect's porch. Sergeant Michael Vance was also shot in the leg, but managed to crawl over to another officer.
Ah! Oh! Good. No, I'm hit. I'm hit. Come on, Bill. Get Bill. Oh. Where you at, Sarge? Where you at, right? Where, Sarge? I don't know. Shit. God damn. Hey, we need to get Bill out. We need to get Bill out of there. We need to get...
Dion was pronounced dead on the scene while Officer Jeffrey was rushed to the hospital, but tragically he would succumb to his injuries as well a short time later. While most suspects opt to use a gun against the police, the next one chose to bring a knife to a gunfight. On December the 1st of 2021, Officer Stephen Elliott and Ryan Lane responded to a call where the reporter claimed that he was being harassed, and upon arrival on Fairfield Avenue, they encountered 19-year-old Deonta Williams, who stated that the assailant had fled down the street.
How you doing? Okay, what's going on?
He was down there.
Down where?
Like walking away down there to us.
Do I know?
What's wrong with him? He down there. Okay, what's he doing? Drunk. Keep on harassing. Throwing bottles. Doing all that.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm just walking around to the gas station. I just see him. Stupid.
Okay. And how is he bothering you?
I think he threw a bottle or something and he just talking stuff. I think something wrong.
All right, we'll go see if we can find him.
Get down on the ground!
In the next moment, both officers fired multiple shots at Deonta, and he collapsed on the ground. Officer Lane was suffering from a stab wound to the neck, and Officer Elliott was stabbed in the chest, but all three survived after receiving medical treatment. 3 years later, Deonta pleaded guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon, and he was sentenced to 66 years in prison. Our next suspect is probably looking at a similar sentence after attempting to shoot an officer at point-blank range. On December the 8th of 2021, an officer was dispatched to an apartment complex to deal with a non-resident trying to get into a family member's apartment. When Officer Andrew Ash arrived, he entered the breezeway of the building to find the suspect, 40-year-old Antoine Damon Hill, standing there and fiddling with something in his pocket. After a few moments of trying to get Antoine to reveal what was in his pocket, the suspect finally withdrew the object, and the officer quickly wished that he'd never asked.
What you have? Okay, put it down on the ground.
Wait, y'all, wait. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. Go.
Okay, stay right there. Do not move. Stay right there.
What?
Just stay over there.
Please, sir. Please. Please. Please don't do that.
73, I gotta go. Gun. I'm not doing anything. Look, I'm not doing. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm not.
I'm finna shoot you.
Don't
I'm finna shoot you. Don't drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it. Shots fired. The guy has a gun over here. Isabella.
Fortunately for Officer Ash, Antoine missed and he walked away unharmed. Following the shooting, Antoine barricaded himself inside a family member's apartment and negotiated with police for the next 5 hours before giving up peacefully. He was then taken into custody and booked into jail on 2 felonies, pointing a firearm and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. But the next suspect didn't plan on surrendering and instead opted to fight it out till the end.
998, oh God, shots fired.
On June the 19th of 2023, Trooper Sean Harkins performed a traffic stop on a gray Kia, but we don't really know why, because before the trooper could say anything, this happened.
517, 998, oh God, shots fired. Yeah, my left leg. Where's your 517, Hispanic male. Yeah. White shirt, black baseball cap. Look, early to mid-20s.
Trooper Harkins was transported to the hospital while backup officers apprehended 29-year-old Luis Jacobo Boria. During the pursuit, he stopped and fired at several other officers before finally crashing into a wall on 36th Street. When officers went to apprehend him, he was found dead in the front seat from a gunshot wound. While being ambushed by a suspect is startling enough, it's not as unexpected as being ambushed by a random civilian. On July the 14th of 2023, officers were executing their duties at the scene of a car collision when out of nowhere they were suddenly hit with a deadly attack.
We got shots fired. Central, we got shots fired. Central, we got a man with an AK-47. He's shooting at us. Central, shots fired. We got 3 officers down.
The source of the gunfire would be 37-year-old Mohammed Barricaded, who was in the parking lot across the street and had already taken down 3 officers, leaving just 1 standing.
Send everybody. Stop moving! Put your hands up! Hands up! Fargo 534, 3 officers down.
As Mohammed attempted to lift his rifle again, Officer Zach Robinson fired several shots into him and continued to fire until the suspect had stopped moving completely. In addition to the suspect, 23-year-old Officer Jake Wallen was shot and killed, and Officers Andrew Dotas and Tyler Halls were critically injured, but survived. More weaponry would be found inside of the car and apartment, but no motive for the attack had ever been discovered. Despite the devastation that Mohammed caused, the next suspect was even more sinister and calculating. On December the 2nd of 2023, police were scouring the area of Harwin Avenue in search of a pair of robbery suspects. Security cameras had caught footage of one of them, Edwin Villejas, hiding in the parking lot behind a business. The car that you see entering the parking lot is Sergeant Mauricio Valle, who is on the hunt for Edwin, but instead of waiting to be found, Edwin decided to use the element of surprise to his advantage.
Guys, I got shot.
Within minutes, nearby officers were tending to Officer Valet and attempting to locate Edwin, who was last observed fleeing the scene.
Hey! Stop! Down on the ground behind the business. All right. Let me see your hands. Okay, I got it. Hey, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. The two,
Though paramedics had provided immediate medical aid, Edwin died on the scene. The officer, on the other hand, miraculously survived and recovered, despite being shot multiple times at close range. But will the next officer be able to survive the same ordeal, coming from an unexpected bystander? On June the 7th of 2023, Corporal David Briggs was parked at the front entrance of a Quality Inn when he observed a man later identified as 35-year-old Nicholas Lindrum casually walk into the hotel entrance. Just moments later, Nicholas came walking out of the establishment and directly toward the officer's vehicle.
Shots fired. I'm hit. Shots fired.
1389, where you at?
2601 Zunai. I'm hit. Suspect, I think, is down.
2601 Zunai, shots fired. Officer down. Push to channel 1.
Fortunately, Corporal Briggs's ballistic vest had caught all 3 shots, and he walked away from the incident with only minor injuries. Meanwhile, Nicholas was transported to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. While that might seem random, this next officer was really caught off guard when he was attacked during a traffic stop by a completely uninvolved maniac. On September the 7th of 2023, Officer Brandon Haley had stopped a vehicle on Kentucky Street for a traffic violation when, for reasons unknown, 27-year-old Dominique Thompson exited his home nearby and began firing wildly at the officer.
I'm here. Shots fired. Re-hit. Panic. Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh my goodness. Goddamn hurt.
Officer Haley was rushed to the hospital while backup officers arrived and engaged Dominique in an hours-long standoff before taking him and 4 other men into custody. Investigators then searched his home and found 9 firearms, 2 of which had been stolen, and stashes of meth, heroin, and fentanyl. Dominique was hit with a list of charges including attempted murder of a police officer, first-degree assault on a police officer, trafficking meth, trafficking heroin, wanton endangerment, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, receiving stolen property, resisting arrest, tampering with evidence, and 3 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Officer Haley was extremely lucky that help was close by, but the next officer didn't have that same advantage when he was attacked while alone in the woods.
Okay, jump!
On August the 29th of 2020, Deputy Jose Garcia had paid a visit to the residence of 69-year-old Douglas Popke to serve him a restraining order. While it wasn't expected to be a pleasant interaction, Deputy Garcia had no idea just how badly that Douglas would react to the news.
Hello, Sheriff's. Hello. There he is. From Sheriff's Office. How you doing, sir? Are you Douglas Popke?
No. What are you doing, partner?
I'm
you
here.
came through my goddamn gate. It was locked.
Hey, hang on. It was not locked.
No. You came through my gate. It was locked, man.
I'm gonna leave paperwork here for you. Hang on! Stop! Put the gun down! No! Okay, stop! Control, David 20, shots fired. Shots fired.
Copy, shots fired. 4005 John Road.
Backup was surrounding the area within minutes, and after 2.5 hours of searching, police finally located Douglas hiding inside of a trailer, and he was promptly arrested. In August of 2022, he was convicted of attempted murder of a police officer and sentenced to life in prison plus 20 years. This next suspect, on the other hand, would have earned himself a full murder charge if he had lived to see a judge. On February the 11th of 2024, Officer Jonah Hernandez responded to a call concerning a trespasser on South Valley Drive. He arrived at the property and approached 29-year-old Armando Silva, who had something up his sleeve.
You been staying here for a while? What's up? Is this your place? So you're the one who called? You're the one who called? I didn't call. Huh? I ain't calling asleep.
In the next instant, Armando had stabbed Officer Hernandez in the neck multiple times with a kitchen knife, and seconds after the attack ended, an armed bystander came running over, and Armando turned his attention towards him.
You're not even real. I want to go down too. Look, I can go down the way. Fucking drop it. Go down the way. Hey.
The civilian quickly gunned Armando down and then provided aid to the officer. An ambulance arrived soon after and rushed the officer to the hospital, but he later passed away from his injuries. Armando would be pronounced dead on the scene, and it was later learned that he suffered from schizophrenia. But the next suspect was simply suffering from a case of heartbreak and decided to take it out on the police. On December the 3rd of 2019, police received a call stating that a 19-year-old Matthew Cotter was sitting in the driveway of his ex-girlfriend's home with a gun, threatening to end his own life. Police arrived moments later and went searching for Matthew after discovering that he had left the property.
Right there. Now, this would be the car there. This is the car. All right, keep an eye out for ambush. Inside, please.
The man on the ground was Sergeant Christopher Pelton, and he was the first to respond to the area when he was shot in the face by Matthew, who was firing from behind the fence in front of them.
Shots fired, shots fired. Officer down. Roll EMS. Pull him out, pull him out. You. Stop down. Keep your hands up.
You're up. I promise.
I got the gun, I got the gun.
Do you have any other guns on you?
No, that's the only one.
Matthew and the sergeant were transported to the hospital for treatment before Matthew was released to police custody and charged with first-degree assault with a deadly weapon causing serious bodily injury, attempted first-degree assault with a deadly weapon, 2 counts of first-degree assault on a police officer, and 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder.